Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters in faith, ahlan wa sahlan bikum. I am happy to be here with you tonight. Are you happy to be here with me tonight? I know some of you are saying, no, you Wahhabi, wobble, Salafi, blah, 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 all these terms that you guys love to, use against us. So you're not happy. It's okay. I understand where you're coming from. I give you the benefit of the doubt. You have been affected by your environment. You have been influenced by your surroundings. You have been brought up on a certain understanding of Islam that you find our version to be very unappealing and very repulsive and very disgusting. I could give you the benefit of the doubt that you haven't explored enough. Like the case with many Jews and Christians and Hindus and Buddhists who look at Islam, but what you guys don't realize is that the non-Muslims look at Islam the same way within Islam the non-Salafis look at the Salafis. And again, I'm using the term Salafi casually and technically to refer to those who follow the way of the Salaf, not to be speaking about a sect. I am not representing a sect that has a single website and a single sheikh or a few shuyukh and a few websites. No, I'm talking about the broader meaning of the term Salafiyya, going back to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Sahaba and the early generations until the end of time. So in that sense, I'm referring to the term Salafi, but the bottom line is that we're looked at as these like backwards, mujassima, anthropomorphist individuals that have no proper fiqh, no proper understanding, and they're very rigid and very literal and very principled and fundamentalists and so on and so forth. Exactly how the non-Muslims see Islam. Like this religion that still cares about genders and still cares about illicit relationship between males and females, and still care about drinking alcohol or not, and still cares about lowering the gaze, and still cares about women covering themselves. They have those same issues, and y'all have the same issues with us. Maybe it's a sign for you to be aware of those realities, those subtleties, and perhaps you will hear me out for once. Hear me out. Not to find mistakes, not to mock, not to clown, but to understand. Understand where we are coming from. And so today I'm back at it with those lovely brothers from Al-Islam Productions, whom we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to guide and to help them stop mocking their fellow brothers in faith. Look, I'm gonna crack a few jokes about the some of the errors that happened there. I'm not gonna make fun of them per se, the same way they made fun of me. For example, they called me Shrek, which is cartoonish and childish. I mean, this is something that Brother Haji invented, and he even repented, I believe, from that. He hasn't used it since he's been, mashallah, tabarakallah, well-mannered and respectful. And these brothers still calling me Shrek. Yani, akhi, first of all, for you to know that Shrek exists, I had to Google it. You understand what I'm saying? For you to know that Shrek exists is pathetic. And then for you to compare your brother to some sort of creature, fictional whether or is based on something else. I don't even know the reality of it. Even though I'm sure I might not be the most handsome man in the world, but I definitely do not look like Shrek. And maybe if we were just to ask the average Muslim who is better looking, myself or you brothers, I have a feeling maybe it will be swayed towards me. If I'm ugly and you're uglier than I am, what does that make you, Habibi? Why? Shrekier? Shrekt times 2? Shrek to the power of 2? Why? But why? Why would I call you Shrek? No matter how silly you guys are, and wallahi, billahi, tallahi, you are among the silliest people I've ever seen on planet Earth, and I will show you some of your silliness. Why would I ever go call you Shrek? I mean, that's another level of mockery. You see, if you're just mocking for the sake of mocking, you mocked everybody out there. But anyways, that's a long introduction, Wajdi. Why don't you slow your roll and hold your horses, and let's hear these brothers out. First, I would like to highlight the beauty of having the closest thing to Amish people using technology. Okay, so these brothers, I don't want to compare them to the non-Muslims, so they are within Islam, inshallah ta'ala. However, just like Amish people are living in the villages with absolutely no connection with technology and electricity, this is the closest thing to that, because you will never see a video where the cameraman kept the microphone on his clothes and left those two without a mic. Just wait. If you want to hear muffled sound, check this out, baby. Yalla, bismillah, let's do this.
Yeah, al-Islam. We know it's very late. It was done kind of all of a sudden.
It's very late and done all of a sudden.
You know, because of something which has been going on for the past week or so. So we were approached. Well, Mawlana Abdul Halim was approached regarding
Mawlana Abdul Halim, he looks pretty serious today.
ourselves.
I hope he doesn't wind up having one of those jokes of his where he's like, no one where he swallows it. Maybe I'm giving you too many hints.
To sit down by a Salafi brother. Okay? This brother
Now,
is a graduate from Medina University.
The cameraman has the microphone, and perhaps either he's changing his clothes or he pulled this old stunt from the movies back in the day. When I did watch movies, I think it was the movie Airplane or something like that, you know, when I was a Buddhist non-Muslim, which they also like to take a swipe at, because it's a crime if you were a non-Muslim and reverted to Islam, as though the Sahaba weren't non-Muslims who reverted to Islam. But that's besides the point. He kept the microphone on and went to the bathroom. Listen to this lovely audio quality from this moment onwards.
His name is Ihsan Arshad. He's an imam, he's a Salafi imam.
Right now he's typing an essay for his school project.
Okay. He's a reputable figure amongst the Salafis. I believe he's also spoken at Green Lane Mosque. Now, this brother came.
You're probably struggling to hear like I am, right? So you're gonna have to turn the volume up, because this is the best they have. I mean, alhamdulillah, they know that there's some. I think the original setup was a potato instead of a camera, and then some I don't know what vegetable would be the closest thing to a microphone without insulting them too much. I'll leave it up to you.
To Mawlana Abdul Halim, and what happened there, we're gonna hear that from Mawlana Abdul Halim.
Cameraman continues to make movements, changing his clothes. I don't know what he's doing in the bathroom at the moment. Allahu A'lam.
Okay, what happened, you know, from Mawlana Abdul Halim to me, and what was put forward from me.
Oh, and I would like to remind you from now, this video is not one part, it's two parts. And in my entire life, I haven't seen anybody repeat himself more than these two individuals. Ya akhwan, uqsum billah, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable how something that could be done in 5-6 minutes is stretched into 40-50 minutes of unnecessary, redundant, repetitive speech, just repeating the same thing over and over again. And the saddest thing is that their jokes, their lame jokes, their grandma jokes. I mean, these brothers are seriously the closest thing to two aunties sitting there chit-chatting the night away while they're sipping on their tea, talking and making fun of the neighbor and making fun of the neighbor's neighbor and making fun of the neighbor's dog and the neighbor's cat and the neighbor's house. This is just sitting there. You will see the entire video and the one after. Nothing but clowning. And it's not even original. It's repetitive and irritating. Like cringe level 7,643.
Inshallah, all this will be presented to you with the original screenshots. What was mutually agreed in writing, you know, what agreements were made, what points were raised, what conditions were put forward, and who ran away.
Still typing. Cameraman still typing. MashaAllah, tabarakallah.
This will also, inshallah, be put to you inside
The cameraman still has a microphone on him, and they're sitting there with no microphone. They don't have a microphone. The cameraman, they got another genius Diobandi, who obviously, mashallah, tabarakallah, is next level in terms of his IT skills and his, studio skills and production house skills, because that's just unprecedented. I am yet to see this from anybody on YouTube. Even the most primitive, childish beginners have these things sorted out. But to have a microphone on the cameraman and two speakers with no mic,
this life. Jazakumullah. So, Mawlana Abdul Halim sir, can you please, give some background with regards to what happened, how they approached you, how...
You gotta love the fact that they call each other Mawlana. So Mawlana calls Mawlana Uthman to Mawlana Abdul Halim, Mawlana Abdul Halim to Mawlana Uthman. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, ma aktharu al-mawali, al-mawlanat.
They were when they approached you, what you spoke about, and then move on, inshallah. And then I'll go on to when you approached me, and what were the exact wordings of the conditions, how that was accepted, proof they were given to the public, and we'll move on from there, inshallah.
Wallah, they should cut off the internet from you, ya akhwan. Wallahi, you guys should have no access to internet, no access to a camera, and you should never ever appear on social media, period. Y'all belong in a treehouse where you could sit there and read with tajweed, speak with tajweed as y'all say to each other. I think their concept of someone speaking fusha with proper nahu and sarf and qawaid, I think they call this speaking with fusha. Y'all should be speaking with fusha to each other. Like Shaykh bin Uthaymeen rahimahullah. He used to speak with fusha. Ooh, in Arab. Ooh.
Briefly, Mawlana, what had happened was, I was praying Isha Salah after Isha Salah when I turned.
He was praying Isha Salah after Isha Salah. Huh? He was praying Isha Salah after Isha Salah. Are you praying Isha twice? Khalas, mashi. Abshir. Now they're going to put our brother Ihsan Arshad, who's the victim and the culprit in this whole fiasco.
Turned around, I saw a brother sitting on a chair, mashallah, with a nice big smile on his face.
Microphone, mashallah, mumtaz. Cameraman, no, continue, Habibi. We are all against you.
You know the date of this morning, please, because it's important. It was on Tuesday. Okay? Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. It's last Tuesday.
And now they're still speaking and they have this thing in the background. You can't even see them anymore. The whole video is there. Just in case you don't know what he looks like.
He approached me and he said that I rang you about 2 months ago. Can you remember me? So I said that, but
Wait.
I get tens of phone calls every day, like everybody else.
Yeah, considering the fact that you're a big shot, like you have a central, as they say here, you're I don't know. He's getting phone calls all day, every day from everybody, so he's not going to remember people.
Ihsan Arshad. So I said to him, I can't remember the name. Anyway, I said, what's the problem?
He cannot remember him, mashallah. VIP status, you don't remember the little guys.
I am a bit busy. I need to get off quickly. But he insisted, he said that, no, look, I want to, as you're walking out of the masjid. No, I think brother saying there's no volume.
Astaghfirullah. Alhamdulillah, the benefit of modern technology, using a phone, I don't know how many minutes into the video, to discover that there's no audio. It's okay, look, I'm gonna agree, those technical issues happen. It had happened with us before too. Fine, I was just pulling your leg and making you feel bad. But that's this next level though. I've had all types of technical issues, but never was Mussab, for example, the one with the microphone, and I'm sitting there with that one. You understand what I'm saying? So they're realizing, they're getting messages that the people can't hear because they went on a live show. He called it a live show. He went on the live show and they're realizing that the people can't hear because the cameraman took the microphone with him when he went away, or when he was typing his essay, or when he was in a bathroom, or when he was changing his clothes, or maybe when he was cooking. Allahu Akbar, what he was doing. And if you're a cameraman and you have the mic with you and then they deliver this message to you, what do you expect to happen? The video to get cut off, right? And then him to say, oh, oops, my bad, guys. I've had this mic this whole time. And let me give you the mic so we can proceed. No, they will continue for another 45 minutes with the microphone, with the cameraman, and them having no mic. يعني ما ادري ايش اقول. لا شيء مرة رايق، فخامة، 5 نجوم. ايش هذا الجمال والدلال والفهم والتكنولوجيا والتطور يا مولانا ديوبندي. يا مولانا ديوبندي عندك تمر هندي حابب تاكل عندي ولا تروح وتغني جندي يعني بكفي هالقدي. Wait, look.
He insisted, he said that, I'll walk.
Proceeds to continue after he's told that there's no audio. He's like, what? There's something called audio. People can hear. Let me continue my story anyways. Advanced Mawlana, mashallah, tabarakallah. Mawlana version 9.75. Just before version 10, the latest version.
And we can talk for a second. I was walking
You want
towards
to
my
start
house.
again, Mawlana, please, because some brothers are saying those.
The bummer of the century. We have to start again, Mawlana. Now, where are they going to start from? Just the last 10 seconds.
No volume.
Acha.
No volume.
So I just finished my salah, and after finishing
he goes back to when he first finishes salah.
Tuesday, the 27th of September.
finished my
Isha
salah.
Salah.
I've just finished my salah. I turned around and I see this young chap sitting on a chair. Nice big smile on his face.
Young chap sitting on a chair. What is that? A story you read in a book?
He got up, he met me. Nicely, politely, he met me. Alhamdulillah, I have to say that. And he wanted to speak. He reminded me of a conversation that we had 2 months ago. So I said, I can't remember. There were loads of phone calls every other day. Everybody has phone calls. You can't remember who's spoken to you 2 months ago. So anyway, I said to him, look, I'm busy at the moment. I didn't know what it was about. I thought he was just going to ask a mas'ala or something. Or, he's got some issue, family issue or something like that. So I said to him, look, I don't really have time. I need to go. He insisted. He said, no, I need to speak to you. So I said to him, TK, no problem. He said, look, as we're going and walking along, let me speak. So I said, okay, TK. So after a few minutes, I realized.
While one is telling a story, one is telling a story to the other one is busy checking his phone. You gotta love that.
Okay, he's a Salafi brother and he's got a few problems. And I realized in the back of my head, he's probably got some, issues with our videos. Anyway, got to my house, because I live in the street. Got to my house, and I realized that Allah Akbar, there's about 8 of them. So he was on his own when we got to the house.
So there are 8 of them. Wait a second. Listen to this, guys. This is gonna get really nice. So there's 8 of them. Okay, this brother and whoever came with him.
And then all of a sudden, one came, then another came, then a third came, then a fourth.
Remember in the last video, he has to show you that he has memorized all the numbers that from 0 to 100. So last time, I forgot what he was saying, where he had to mention all the numbers that he knew. He continues with the same trend. 1, then a second, then a third,
Came, then a fifth came, then a sixth
fourth, fifth, sixth.
came. There was loads of them, son.
That do you really have to waste everybody's time by saying first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth? Khalas ya akhi. There were 6 of them. And you're making it sound that they were appearing like ninjas. Yani you're making me feel like it was a ninja stunt. That you were sitting in the shadow. You were next to a tree and from the shadows they were just popping out like a brother. 1, and then second, and then third, and then... Eish hada ya akhi? Ya akhi, the brothers, how did they suddenly just pop up one after the other? What is this cinematic view that you're giving us, Ya Mawlana Abdul Halim?
I'm thinking to myself, ya Khudai, this is, it's my house. Like, you don't go and crowd outside somebody's house. Okay, one.
You don't crowd outside somebody's house. The other one is like, yeah, I'm feeling that.
Person 2 is okay. But you've brought an army with you, yaar.
Army. Last I checked, armies usually were in the hundreds of thousands and above. But according to the brothers from Bradford, the Deobandis have a new standard for army size. 6 people constitutes an army. So be careful. If 6 brothers deep are running, in the streets, if there's 6 brothers deep, that means there's an army in the street. Y'all gotta be careful.
What have you come to do?
What have they come to do? Nothing, Habibi. They came to talk to you.
So anyway, I did.
Oh, by the way, inshallah, that would be version 2 or the second episode of this, which is where I will play that video of this brother's conversation with those brothers in the street, and you will see the unfortunate hypocrisy, lies, and deception that come from these miskeen Deobandis, whom we've been asking kindly in all types of ways to chillax and come back to planet Earth, as they say, and hear us out so we can sort these issues and we can all refer to the Quran and the Sunnah. But they don't. Instead of taking heed, they continue to attack and make more videos and attack and more videos. And then they want to criticize others for clowning them and for having bad manners. This is only what you deserve. This is only what you have put forward. This is qisas for you. So you will understand, just like nobody likes it, you shouldn't like it either. And if you don't like it from others, then don't do it to others. Except, wallahi, we're still respectful, by the way. Believe me, if I'm going to stoop to your level, wallahi, you might even cry from how bad I will clown you guys. But I'm trying my best to only keep my humorous nature involved, my little, jokes here and there, and I'm not really trying to be offensive. Believe me, I'm holding back so much versus what you will hear from their mouths very soon in this video and in the next one.
Asked him politely, I said, look, can you tell these guys to push back because you're causing a bit of a scene down here. I can't remember if he did or not. Anyway,
Alhamdulillah.
so I said to him, what?
How could you not remember if you did or not? You told him to push the guys back. You wouldn't remember whether they moved away or not.
Is the problem? He said, look, you guys have made videos and you have taken the statements of our Salafis
Meanwhile, cameraman still with a microphone after he was told that there's no audio.
scholars out of context. So I said to him, that okay, no problem. And he said, we want to sit down with you, we want to speak with you. We want to have a discussion, debate, discussion, whatever he wants to call it. So he's let out a video. In that video you can see that I clearly accepted. I said, I said, look, we're busy. Maybe it might be in a month's time, maybe it might be 2 months' time. I'm not going to give you fixed time. You're going to have to wait. Once inshallah I do mashwara with Mawlana Osman, but obviously you weren't there and I can't just say anything on behalf of yourself without your permission, without mashwara. We normally, alhamdulillah, whatever we do it together. So
Very, very, very cute, honestly. The fact that you do everything together is absolutely lovely. What is this, Starsky and Hutch? Walla Tom and Jerry? Walla what? What is this? We do everything together. Do things on your own. You're not independent on your own. Is there such a thing as da'wah done only in twos? Is this the latest bid'ah of the Deobandis, that we have to be a couple to give da'wah? It has to be me and you. It cannot be on your own. Yani you could do it on your own, akhi. You're able to do it on your own. It's good to have two. There's nothing wrong with having a fellow with you. But it's not like you can't act on your own. So you have to refer the matter to Uthman. Okay.
So we do
Osman.
mashwara. And then I said to him, I'll get back to you. So he insisted, he said, no. He started pulling out a few texts. Imam Tirmizi rahimahullah's text.
Tirmizi.
Arsh.
Imam Tirmidhi. It's called Imam Tirmidhi. And don't give me this Urdu stuff. Okay, this is a name. It's an Arabic word. It's a proper noun. You have to say it Tirmidhi. Just like it's a video, not a video. It's a video, not a video. And this is Tirmidhi bidhal, not Tirmizi.
Kama wasafa nafsahu. I explained the text. He said, what have you got to say about this? I explained the text. I said, this is our stance on that text. That text doesn't go against us. You understand? So, I just want to make a point here. They've made a video and they've released a video and they've cut the video. So that part where I've actually explained that to him, he hasn't shown that to the people.
I will show it to you, Habibi. I have the video, the full video, and I will show it to you and I will respond, inshallah. Just be patient. Abdul Halim.
And you won't show that.
And he won't show that to the people.
He won't show that. Stop. Can you please not lie? عيب يا أخي عيب. استحي على لحيتك أنت وياه. He won't show it. I already have it and it's shown. The full video from A to Z, from the beginning until the end. And it's uploaded, by the way. It's available for anyone to watch it. Ya akhi, wallah al-azim.
But where I sort of, lost hope, this guy ain't gonna listen. He started pulling out this. Give me, what about this text? What about that text? What about this text? They were all the same thing. Wahu ala al-arsh, wahu ala al-arsh. Allah is upon his throne.
وهو على العرش. Which ayah is this? Which ayah says وهو على العرش? لا. I'm not gonna let this one slide. I'm gonna play your game. Because you remember what you did to Shamsi, right? وهو على العرش. There's no such ayah. هو على. There's no such ayah. وهو على العرش وهو على العرش. This is what you just speak in standard Arabic. They were telling you this without any ayah or hadith.
Allah is upon his sunnah. I mean, I've just explained to you. So I lost hope. I thought to myself, forget it. I said, look, let's leave it to the discussion. And when we have the discussion, everything inshallah will be explained to yourself.
So Mawlana, can I ask you, when he approached you,
Yeah.
because obviously my dealing with him was
His main grievance
You gotta love that he doesn't let him even finish a sentence, let alone a question.
was you have taken Salafi scholars' text
That's all I
out
was-
of
that's what-
This is the whole reason he came from Dewsbury all the way to meet me, was because you have in your 65 videos you've taken these statements out of context.
Wallahi, you have taken them out of context, and I will prove to you with evidence in this video, inshallah, that you have taken them out of context. And anyone who has any basic understanding of Aqeedah, which is the reason why the brother really correctly and rightfully declined to debate with you, and which would be the same reason why I or anybody else would decline to debate with you, is because you guys are not at a level, you're not at a level to be debated with. Do you understand? Like, let's call a spade a spade. First of all, I'm not for debates. And I will comment on your challenge to the Salafis later on, inshallah. I'm not for debates. But believe me, you two are not worthy of being debated. Unless, if you want to debate in the Arabic language strictly. If you don't know how to have a proper conversation about the matter of Aqeedah in Arabic, and the average student of knowledge who graduated from Medina would be able to, or as a born Arab who has studied Islam will be able to, or as anyone who studied the Arabic language properly will be able to, then you're not worthy of debating anyone except the turtle and the frog down the street. If you have those down the street, you're not worthy of being debated. Why would the brother waste his time with two individuals like you? I mean, it's coming. You're gonna see. You said that you're coming for me, and you calling me Shrek, and I'm also coming for you, Habibi. Plus, when you come for me, I will be ready and I'll be anticipating this arrival. But trust me, I am not easy like the rest. Some of them, you might think you got away with it. When you come here, you will be stomped. Not physically. I will never hurt a brother in Islam. Mwah. You're my brother in faith. I will give you the honor that you deserve and the respect that you deserve. But if you want to play games, then I am a game player. You want to be funny, then I will expose those nonsensical statements and lies that you have done in your video. So be careful, you're not messing with the average Joe. It's just an advice for you. Maybe you want to reconsider who you're coming after, because it will not be the same as your previous experiences and adventures. This one will bite you, and it will bite you hard, inshallah.
So basically, he's making a claim, he's a mudda'i,
Yes.
he's saying you've quoted text and you've taken
Main
them out
thing,
of context.
yeah. This was his main
Right.
thing. This was
Okay,
his
this
main
is the first
grievance.
thing.
This is why he was upset, he was crying.
Yes.
You know, he chucked his dummy out of his mouth and he wanted a debate and
He's crying, he took his dumya out of his mouth. Perhaps a combination of Urdu with English. I understand he's like a baby when you have the pacifier. This is just my own interpretation. This is my own analysis. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. I'm guessing he just compared the brother to a baby who had a pacifier and he took it out and started crying. And you guys can correct me in the comment section. But look how entertained Uthman is.
discussion.
Okay. As for his video that, whatever they're putting out,
Yeah.
you can deal with that. That's between you and the video.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
That's between you and the video. That's between. Usually it's between you and him. It's between you and them. But between you and the video, la, this is new. You even have beef with the video, ya Bandi. Yani, you even fighting with the video now? Come on, man.
wasn't there, nothing to do with me. Right? And you can give satisfying answers and they can release whatever they want. Alhamdulillah, there's nothing for us to hide. Now, Mawlana, you contacted me, okay? And this is where the screenshots are going to come in, because written evidence is, something which is decisive.
Meanwhile, the cameraman still has the microphone.
Right? You contacted me and I heard you out. You said that he's claiming we've taken everything out of context of this, right? Okay. So I'll just go into what I brought up, right? And just to make it clear, if you want to open it as well, Mawlana, I actually prepared it for the debate. So I prepared one sheet for that brother, Ihsan Arshad, and I prepared one sheet for myself, right? This is it. You can come clearly on the screen. 2 sheets only, hold on. I had it printed, right? I don't have my own printer, so I had to get it printed.
Thank you, cameraman. No, this was a special moment. You see, guys, when I just go like this, imagine I'm explaining something to you and say, you see it? Yeah, right here. Huh? Did you see that? Yeah, no. Nobody saw anything, ya akhi. Nobody saw anything. What do you think it is? Plus, you're recording with a potato. Aslan, you're recording with a potato. Cameraman made absolutely no effort to zoom in or zoom out or do anything. You just put a paper in front of the screen and then he moved it, and then look at this smirky smile on their faces like they just achieved something grandiose.
Okay? And this is, in terms of wording, is exactly the same wording I sent to Mawlana Abdul Halim to pass on to the brother. What's on here, I'm going to read it out. Now, admin, inshallah, is going to put it on the screen. And this was consented to by Ihsan Arshad Salafi Imam. Okay.
His name is Ihsan Arshad Salafi Imam. By the way, Imam is a big word, huh? We don't even call scholars. Scholars, we don't call them Imam. I don't know how anybody who's just who prays or leads the salah as an Imam.
So I put on here points agreed so far. Because you see, him speaking to you, why I put it in writing is him speaking to you, you speaking back to him. This is going in the air now. Yeah. Right? A clip. First of all, you never pulled your phone out. Okay? Although you should have. So you could have the whole thing recorded. Okay? But nevertheless, no problem. You were casually speaking to them. But you're only bound by and pinned down and pressed down when you receive something in writing and then you answer that. Because it's there, it's a written document. Right? So the points agreed so far, which I put up and told Mawlana Abdul Halim to send it to him, and then he needs to put I agree.
Yalla, Sheikh.
Brother Ihsan said we have misinterpreted texts of Salafi ulama on our channel. He did not specify. Did he specify any specific text?
Okay. Of course, lack of manners. They left the brother's phone number there, which is fine. That's sad though. طيب.
He said all of them. They're all like that. Nevertheless, whether he specified or he didn't, on here, the next point is, according to Ihsan, all of those texts have a context based on principles, meaning usul, from the very author himself. So in every single text, whether it's the text of Ibn al-Qayyim, because he's agreed to this, saying Allah sits on the arsh, and attributing it to Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahimahullah's Musnad, hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is a total lie. They have lied against Allah and His Messenger, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for Allah sitting upon the arsh. There is no such narration in Islamic creedal texts. Right, first thing. So,
okay, here. Should I discuss this now? No, let's wait till we get to the right part in the second video, because we will discuss this issue of al-qu'ud wal-julus ala al-arsh, which they're making this big fuss about, huh? Mind you, all this is because of this fuss, this particular issue.
All of those texts.
I have the response, don't worry. So those who are looking for an academic response and don't like my excessive joking, forgive me. معلش مسحب وجهي وسامحني. Hang in there, inshallah. You will get the academic response that you've been looking for. Meanwhile, I have to deal with those guys.
Have a context based on usul from the very author himself. This is what Ihsan Arshad claimed. This context of every text, in other words, will be put to us by Brother Ihsan, and we may discuss with him thereafter. In other words, he has to put it into context. Whatever we've supposedly taken out of context, whose job is it to put it in context? And what's going to be the decider of if it's in context or out? If the context is explained to us, this is point 3, thoroughly by Brother Ihsan as being Quran and Sunnah compliant, we have agreed, we from Al-Islam have agreed to take that video off YouTube. And us taking that video off YouTube would be a clear sign that we have conceded, that we were wrong, we have retracted, we made false accusations against Salafi ulama. Now, these are the points.
Like you will ever do that.
Which were sent to him. Now you can see the screenshots or whatever method our admin is using to pass this to you, clearly from Mawlana Abdul Halim's phone to him, and he's accepted that. Firstly, okay. After that, what happened was we went a bit more deeper. We went a bit more in detail, and I asked Mawlana Abdul Halim to forward him this message, and the message is, once he had accepted that, okay, inshallah, that's good that we have agreed upon the initial core points sent above. In other words, the 3 points I just mentioned. I am saying it's good we have agreed upon that. We, meaning from Al-Islam, are firm upon this, and we will stick to this, to what has been mutually decided therein. We will confirm a date and a quiet, neutral venue in Bradford. Because obviously you came to us, you wanted to discuss with us, so we're going to be the hosts, and we're going to confirm a quiet, neutral place. And I put in brackets, not a masjid or a madrasa. There'll be a place that is not known to anyone, so we don't get any, unwanted visitors. You may bring with you 3 more people, and we will also have a total of 4. In other words, including you and 3 more, you're allowed to have 4, including you, and we can have 4, including us. Right.
They will have 4 including us?
We will propose a date and time in the coming days, but you may adjust as we understand it may not be suitable, okay, for your schedule, but please try to keep within a few days before after the proposed date. That's how flexible we were with you.
Okay.
Both sides will bring their own camera recording equipment, and we permit you to live stream if you wish to. So, by the context, my brothers, can you put that on the screen? On the screenshot. The screenshot. This one is clear. I'll send you the screenshot.
Cameraman still confused as ever. Screenshot. What's going on?
And it's on there as well. I'll send you this one now.
Oh,
Right? But it's all saved anyway. If he tries to look, this is an open challenge to Ihsan Arshad. Reject anything we're saying, right? Everything's there. It's on the phones. Okay. The reject it. You can delete it from your phone. It's on ours with your number. Anyway, by me saying you can bring your live streaming equipment, you can bring your recorders, your camera crew. That's a clear, open sign for a debate. Right?
Okay.
You call it discussion. You call it debate. It doesn't make any difference. You put the things. You've accepted this and the first 3 points, right? Just to repeat, the first 3 points for what?
خلصنا بقى.
Compliance with Quran and Sunnah, and today, for this coming Saturday, well, today Saturday, next Saturday, 8th
They don't stop repeating themselves.
of October, 8:30 p.m., and the venue was going to be told to him slightly closer to the time. The reason being is so that he doesn't just get out and become the talk of the town, and then people start arriving there, right? For his sake and our sake. Now, this was sent to Brother Ihsan. Brother Ihsan initially came very confident, saying, "You've done this, you've done that, you've taken this out of context. Have you read the books in full that you've quoted from Mawlana Abdul Halim?" I said, "No, not from cover to cover." Right?
He himself probably hasn't read them cover to cover.
Whether he has or he hasn't. Why didn't you come? My brother Ihsan Arshad, try me. I've read your books. Come and try me. We've read your books. I was ready for you, my friend.
There's the first funny laugh.
I was ready to sit down and hear you out. But you know why? You fled, my brother, because your scholars have lied upon Allah and His Messenger Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
That's a big accusation. Your scholars have lied against Allah and His Messenger. You know what that means? The Prophet ﷺ said, "من كذب علي متعمدا فليتبوأ مقعده من النار." أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Whoever lies intentionally upon me, let him choose his seat in the fire. You're claiming that the scholars are going to Jahannam because they've purposely lied against the Prophet ﷺ, and we're following them in footsteps of lying against Allah and His Messenger. Do you know how grave this accusation is? Ya Diyobandi, ya Takfiri. Because that is takfir right there. That is takfir right there.
Could not prove their Quran compliance with Quran and Sunnah. And because you are on a high horse, you have just met Mawlana Abdul Halim, you were trying to get through to him for a long time, and because
you gotta appreciate the quality of this video. You gotta appreciate how a video just got cut off. Let's continue.
But he's come all the way from Dewsbury the Porting
Meanwhile, no audio has been fixed.
to tell me that you've taken 65 videos out of context. 65 texts of Salaf.
Ikhwan, uqsum billah, if you listen to this, how long is it? 32 minutes, wallah al-azim, 32 minutes of agonizing redundance and ridiculousness and stupidity compounded upon compounded in multiplicity until you're drained of every energy that you have in your body. Just hearing those two going back and forth. And now they're going to get really filthy. I'm just going to fast forward because I can't stand hearing these guys. Honestly, I don't even know how their students can hear them speak for more than 3 minutes.
Out of context. Very simple question I asked him. I said, okay, present on them. Tell me where. Which one? The poor thing, Bidala Miskeen, couldn't even give me one.
The poor thing, the miskeen, could not even give him one. You know why the brother couldn't give? The brother could have given him many, because the videos are there. He could have pulled them out from YouTube and told him, here, you saying this about Shaykh bin Uthaymeen, or about Usama al-Dhahabi, or about Muhammad Tim Humble, or about Shamsi, or about anybody else. All of these videos are them speaking, lying against Shaykh Fawzan, or any one of these. They're all over their channel. The brother was trying to deal with to see where are these people worthy of debating? Are these people worthy of being debated? They're sitting there proposing a debate. Do you go debate with an ignorant person only to find out that you've wasted your time? And don't you know that Imam Shafi'i said that he's never debated, he's never argued with an ignorant person except that ignorant person won? Why? Because an ignorant person does not have a proper understanding. He will just say anything and reject everything just for the sake of doing it. So you don't actually, in Islam, you're not allowed to debate with individuals that are not truth seekers. And you could see from the many instances of these brothers being insincere. And they're going to tell you, hey, have you looked into my heart? How do you claim that we're insincere? Habibi, we judge by the apparent. We learn from Umar al-Khattab that we judge by your actions. Your actions show insincerity. Of course, the ultimate matter belongs to Allah. Allah knows. But can we say that you're being insincere based on your actions? Absolutely. Like you see someone stealing and then you say, hey, why are you stealing? Say, no. What makes you think I'm stealing? What if I'm doing something else? Ya Shaykh Ruh. If you couldn't judge people according to the apparent, then nothing can be done in this world. You can never enjoin what is good and forbid what is evil, because every time you forbid the evil, someone will tell you, how do you know my intentions? What if I was stealing this money only to give it to the poor, like Robin Hood? You won't get to the bottom of things. So you act insincere. The brother saw insincerity based on a video, which I will inshallah do a reaction to as well. You will see how insincere this Abdul Halim guy is. And therefore, of course, you're not worthy of being debated. Yet look at the big fuss he's gonna make.
All the way from Dewsbury, like a big man, like I'm so key man, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And
Oh, they're repeating here.
He starts talking about where Allah is.
Admin, can you please put that on? Now, in the first or second line, he says, I declined the meeting.
Oh, wait.
Mawlana, look, the reality is this. He's made a claim. All your videos are out of context. That claim is further corroborated by my message. Ihsan has claimed this. The words are, Ihsan said we have misinterpreted text of Salafi ulama on our channel. Oh, this is the most important part. Ihsan, now we're going to show you fleeing, running, escaping. Right? You know, your escape is like probably on the level of escaping from Alcatraz.
Wait, for me to laugh genuinely, wait. يعني يا أخي أقسم بالله العظيم, escape from Alcatraz, that him escaping from you brothers in debate is similar to him escaping from Alcatraz. Do you realize what a terrible and ridiculous analogy you just made? What a useless, nonsensical comparison you just put forward. أي Alcatraz وأي بطيخ وأي prison. Where do you think you are, in San Francisco? Do you think you're in Frisco? You think, what Alcatraz? What does that have to do with the discussion? Ya akhi, what are these lame examples that you give?
Yeah, because look, it was very clear.
The best thing is, Abdul Halim is gone missing behind the screen. Abdul Halim, hey, يا Abdul Halim, أطلع من ورا السكرين شوت يا شيخ, مو شايفينك. Your duo is speaking by himself because you guys only work in couple. One on his own, one hand doesn't clap. How are Osman? How are you, mashallah, tabarakallah? How are you, my brother, able to speak without Abdul Halim being there in the video? I am amazed at your ability to continue and proceed in spite of Abdul Halim being covered by a screenshot.
You mutually agreed. You know, this is like an ahad, Mawlana here. You made a promise.
You know, I miss Abdul Halim. I didn't realize I would miss him if he would be gone for so long. Come back, ya Sheikh. Mawlana, drop the halwa. تعال يا شيخ, تعال ارجع.
لا دين لمن لا عهد له, لا إيمان لمن لا أمانة له. You can't be trusted. You know, your reliability has gone. You made an agreement. You are going to discuss. Yes? Okay. You never had an issue with the date. Now we're going to present. Have you given the text of the Yeah?
I've never heard a principle that is more false than this. So if a person made some sort of commitment, there's absolutely no excuse in Islam where they can go back on it. Once you've made any type of commitment, you're binded by it no matter what the situation is. Then where do you bring these principles from? Where do you bring? Somebody might agree to something and then seek advice from someone senior, and that the senior tells him, no, don't go forward with this. That means this is naqdul ahad, or this is, you're making it sound like it's a break of a contract, or breach of a contract of some sort, because somebody thought that you guys were worthy of being debated. Then he realized that you are as ignorant as a doorbell. And then he realized that you're not worthy of being debated. You're going to make this big fuss? Ya Rajal, روح امشي انت وياه.
Admin, can you please put down? Now, in the first or second line, he says, I declined the meeting. The word decline has shown Ihsan has lost. Ihsan, you're a failure. You are a failure. You're a miserable failure. You're a loser.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Here we're going to see the next level display of akhlaq. Yani, they say that the Salafis like me don't have any akhlaq. You would expect that the Sufis will be people that praise manners and good manners, and therefore all the Barelvis and then all the Deobandis and everybody else supposedly displays high level of mannerism, and supposedly we're the only ones who lack it. Look at this, man. Look what they will proceed to call this brother. Loser. Miserable loser. What else did they just say?
100% loser. Yeah, you know what you should walk. Second line, he says, I declined the meeting.
Listen.
The word decline has shown Ihsan has lost. Ihsan, you're a failure.
You're a failure.
You are a failure.
You're a failure.
Miserable failure. You're a loser. What?
Miserable failure, loser.
100% loser.
100% loser, because there's 90% loser, 80% loser, but because Mawlana Abdul Halim is such a technical person, and because he's happy that he's memorized the numbers from 0 to 100, and any given opportunity where he can mention a number from 0 to 100, rest assured Abdul Halim will give you a number. It will always be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or it will be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And now because it is not above 100, it's within the 100 range, which he's memorized from kindergarten, or maybe I probably memorized it in his secondary school, or probably even university if he ever entered university. He had to give you the 100% loser. Just in case you thought he was a 90% loser, think again, 100% loser.
You know what you should walk about with? An L plate on your head. Right there, loser. Walk about with an L plate. Stick it.
Walk around with an L plate. No, these Deobandis got jokes. The Deobandis got jokes, baby. You should walk with an L plate on your head. Savagery, man. You're nasty, filthy.
Then keep it there, my brother.
Yeah, he's the same guy, Mawlana, who acts like a big man.
Yeah.
On social media, look, I don't have Twitter, I don't have Facebook.
I've only found out today.
He acts like a big man on social media. And what? He displays videos of him at the gym, buffing and huffing and gaining muscle. Big man.
He's been going and bullying other people who are not too fluent in these discussions. Going and bullying them, then going to their masjid, going to their madrasa, going after them.
He's bullying people. Akhi, watch the video of this brother Ihsan. I am amazed at how gentle and kind and well-mannered he is. Wallahi, I watched this video and I was dumbfounded. My jaw was dropped the whole time. How could he maintain composure and treat these brothers with any type of respect? He was actually advising them about having good manners and about not mocking. Something that I've been trying, I'm trying to hold back and I can't. And they're saying this brother is bullying, and what are you two doing? You guys are actual bulls. You are bulls. And you are bullying everybody around. You haven't left anyone except deviants like you. The only people that get away with it are deviants like you. People that sing the same tune. Those are your friends. Those are the ones that you praise and speak good of. Everybody else, you're not bullying. He's bullying.
Bringing them all the rest of it. And when he gets a reply, then he runs.
When he runs decline, he runs like a baby. Yeah, Ihsan, Arshad, the little baby, you need a dummy in your mouth from now on, my friend.
Look at his
You're a baby, you need a dummy in your mouth from now on, my friend. ما شاء الله. لا ممتاز. لا كمل. أنت ممتاز. عثمان تحفة ما شاء الله تبارك الله.
Yeah, I have to kindly decline in regards to meeting you. Kindly decline.
And the reason he gives the next paragraph is something he knew when he met Mawlana Abdul Halim.
Yeah.
Okay? Before he agreed to these conditions, when he was meeting him, Mawlana Abdul Halim told him, he asked Mawlana Abdul Halim, have you read every single book you quoted from cover to cover? Now, first and foremost, we're going to cover that issue. That to quote a book, you have to have read that book from cover to cover. Yeah? Very interesting topic, this, brother. This is going to get covered. Yeah? We're gonna
No. Guys, please take time out to watch this, the most ridiculous reaction and laugh by Abdul Halim to when this guy says something that he finds interesting. Once again,
read every single book you quoted.
Look on the left.
Now, first and foremost, we're going to cover that issue. That to quote a book, you have to have read that book from cover to cover. Yeah? Very interesting topic, this, brother. This is going to get covered. Yeah?
he always says it. يا أخي استغفر الله. I don't want to make fun of you. خلاص. أبو مصعب اتق الله. اهدى يا شيخ. اهدى. ركز على مهل. طيب خلاص.
We're going to see how many books you read. Like I said, if you had come, I would have shown you how many books of your own scholars you have read. And you would have left that same meeting with me, okay, signing with me, Ibn Qayyim, Ibn Taymiyyah, Salih al-Fawzan, Uthaymeen, all your big ones that you accept. You would have no choice but to write that either you're from Ahlul Sunnah or they're from Ahlul Sunnah. Either you're a Jahmite or they're a Jahmite. Brother.
Okay, look at this guy on the left يا أخي. يا أخي. This يا أخي أنت طبيعي أنت؟ هذا بني آدم طبيعي؟ استغفر الله. أنت طبيعي ولا معتوه ولا إيش هذا؟ إيش الجنون هذا؟ What is this guy on the left, man? Is this, would you debate this guy? يا أخي أقسم بأنا
Everything was ready for you, but you fled.
Well, you know something, I'm going to say to him. Bete, you're lucky you didn't come. Because you know, if you came, you would have gone looking like a bidati according to Ibn Taymiyyah. You know, your own,
You're lucky you didn't come.
they would have kicked you up your backside and sent you.
Right, two things more now. So, Mawlana Abdul Halim clearly said,
Stop using a potato to record.
every single book I've quoted from, I haven't read that cover to cover, and I do not need to. And if you're saying that I've taken it out of context because I haven't read the entire book, then show me. Then I challenge you. Mawlana Abdul Halim clearly said, try me, show me where it has been taken out of context. Because I haven't read the entire book that you claim, or you haven't read the book. Right? Our videos are still there. Come back on. Right? And not one, not two, my friend. You've agreed here. And don't try to come online.
Oh my God, okay.
Allah sitting upon the arsh. We've done about 5 to 6, 7 videos on this. From Ibn Qayyim, from other. Lies upon the Messenger, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I even challenge
Allah wears clothes.
I challenge Abdul Rahman Hassan. Okay? The big one. He is nowhere to be seen.
The big one. Do you think Sheikh Abdul Rahman Hassan will even pay attention to you? Abdurrahman Hassan does not even acknowledge your existence. يا أخي يعني you think anybody will take you seriously? Do you realize this is the problem? You don't realize how insignificant and irrelevant you are. The only person on earth who's giving you attention is me, and you should send me flowers and a thank you letter. Say Jazakallahu khairan Abu Mussab Wajdi Akkari, who has a decent number of followers, that you're giving us some attention so we can get some exposure in this world. Because nobody else cares about you except a few cheerleaders that are always comment, the same 5 people that comment on all of your videos. The same pathetic comments. Yeah, go kill these Wahhabis. That's all you have. You don't have any, nobody cares in this world about what you think. I'm only doing this because I find the level of ridiculousness is so advanced, and because you're attacking my fellow brothers, I am giving you some of my time, because it's also beneficial to use those clips to highlight that when we have been teaching Aqeedah for ages and years, and we would tell the people, look man, there are Muslims out there who don't believe what we're saying, who are this and who are that, and you thought we were talking nonsense. Here, I'm showing you that these people exist. That's the only reason why you're getting some attention. Is A, to defend the honor of my Muslim brothers who are upon the Sunnah, and B, to prove to my audience that people like you exist. That insane people like you who have zero comprehension skills in terms of Islam exist, and they are real, and they have a YouTube channel. So here, you're getting this attention. Abdurrahman Hassan does not even acknowledge your existence, nor should he even pay attention to you.
And these worms come out from the woodwork. Yeah. So this challenge, you've declined.
They got worms coming out of the woodworks. All of us are worms because they're referring to me. They will mention me. I'm honored, mashallah, tabarakallah. Shrek himself.
You've lost, you've run away clearly after having agreed. If you hadn't agreed, it's different. But you've come yourself. It's like saying basically, look, I want someone a boxing match. You beg him for 10 years. After 10 years, the guy says,
oh my God, no. This has to be in regular speed, because this is, again, the laughter of this guy, Uqsum Billah, is something that is unprecedented in human history. La. Irja, ta'al.
Okay. It's like saying basically, look, I want someone a boxing match. You beg him for 10 years. After 10 years, the guy says,
he had to. You beg the guy for 10 years for a boxing match.
Okay. Everything's agreed. You've charged the whole, millions of people, like what, £100 to watch the match.
Millions of people.
Office. Yeah. They all.
What is so funny? Ya akhi, Ya Abdul Halim, you don't realize how lame this brother is? Or you just laugh in order to soothe his sensitive feelings. You do realize that this is lame, right? He hasn't even made the joke yet. The punchline is not even there. How could you laugh before the punchline? Like the punchline is key for laughter. Or you just laugh like an ahbal just for the sake of laughing.
We'll get to the arena, and the guy who's initially challenged, he refuses to get out of his changing room.
Astaghfirullah. Ya Allah, what is this example? Look at this pathetic example. Let me show you how this is qiyas ma'al fariq. Nothing applies. They had a personal, private communication between them and Brother Ihsan to have a debate. Brother Ihsan had first agreed. Then he went and met this person who he might debate in person. He met him in person and realized that this person is such a lightweight that is not even worthy of his attention. So he respectfully declined. He's comparing this to now 10 years of inviting someone to a boxing match, selling millions of seats, millions of pounds to millions of people. What are you talking about? Where are they? And then at that grand moment, that the climax of the event, right when the boxer was supposed to come out, he decides to stay in the changing room. This is the same as him sending you a private message on WhatsApp that you showing to the whole world that he doesn't want to debate with pathetic losers like you. Ya ta'ban anta, to show you that even thinking of a proper example, you're not even capable of that. And he has this sitting like he's happy with, though. Look what a genius thought I just came up with. Ya akhi, uqsum billah, kids in kindergarten can think of something more appropriate and more relevant than this pathetic analogy of yours.
Yeah. He refuses to get out of his changing room.
Getting to the changing
My
room.
mother didn't raise any fool. I'm staying right here on my stool.
My mother did not raise any fool. I'm staying right here on my stool. لك والله انك مسطول ويبغالك مين يشبطك بشي كف ويخليك مهبول اكتر من الهبل اللي انت فيه. ويضربك بتول على راسك على طول عشان تصير مشلول ومخلول. ايش الهبل هذا؟ ايش التفاهة هذه؟ ايش التفاهة؟ What kind of تافه can you be? My mother didn't raise a fool. I'm gonna stay right here on the stool. And you should stay on the stool. You should stay on the stool.
ठीक है. That's what
Topatita! He gave him the high five. Give me a high five, brother. You know, so when you're so uncool and you go out of your way to become cool, and then the best thing you could do is high five, high five. Yeah, give me five, baby. Give me five. No, you guys gotta see this moment again just before Abdul Halim cracks this absolutely outrageous smile of his.
to get out of his changing room. Yeah, he refuses to get out of his changing room.
Getting to the changing
My
room
mother
down.
didn't raise any fool. I'm staying right here on my stool.
Allahu Akbar.
ठीक है.
No comment. After this, I'm gonna leave the comments for you.
That's what you've done, brother. You've come. Yeah, you've challenged Mawlana Abdul Halim.
Abdul Halim can't hold himself.
He's given you conditions. You've agreed to them. He's given you a time.
Blah blah blah
You said,
blah
I
blah.
don't want to discuss.
Brother, you got
And
to-
it was clearly a debate whether we use the word or not. We talked about live stream, we talked about camera crew, we talked about what else. We're gonna come to have a romantic meal together. So Ihsan Arshad, yeah, you might need to join the diagnosis crew. Join the line in the hospital with Shamsi and the other guy.
Wait. Join the what? Oh, mashallah. I'm telling you, these guys' manners next level. Wallah, mashallah. Here, dagiga.
Join the diagnosis crew.
Join the diagnosis crew. Look at this, man. Look at this.
The line in the hospital with Shamsi and the other guys.
Join the line in the hospital with Shamsi and the other guys.
Yeah, and get yourself checked.
Get yourself
Right.
checked.
This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaching you a lesson.
Now he's speaking on behalf of Allah. Allahu Akbar. Ya akhi, the audacity of these people is unprecedented. Besides mocking the brother, they now are speaking on behalf of Allah and claiming that that incident with them is Allah teaching them a lesson. وهذا من القول على الله بغير علم وهذا محرم إن لم يكن يعني أعظم من ذلك. وأن تقولوا من الأشياء التي حرمها الله وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون, and that you should say about Allah that which you do not know. ولا تقف ما ليس لك به علم, don't go chasing that which you have no knowledge of. إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد كل أولئك كان عنه مسؤولا. Verily everything, the hearing, البصر and the heart, all of those, والفؤاد, البصر والسمع والبصر, all of these you will be questioned about. إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد كل أولئك كان عنه مسؤولا. Allah will ask you about all of these. You're speaking about Allah without knowledge. You are claiming that Allah Azza wa Jal is teaching him a lesson through this incident of yours. Ya Ustad, Ya Mawlana,
Come down to planet Earth.
again, Ya astronauts, and you're all day you're bringing people to down planet Earth. Aslan, if you're on Earth, nobody wants to be with you. But the reason why maybe most of us are trying to escape from planet Earth to another planet because nobody wants to share this Earth with you. As long as people like you exist, wallah, this Earth is a ta'ban place.
Don't be a keyboard warrior behind Twitter and Facebook and all these.
Don't be a keyboard warrior. MashaAllah, since you're right now, you're a warrior in real life.
Get off them, right? And first of all, start reading your own scholars' books. Because if you were that confident that you've read them and you know the context, you would have come.
You would have come. Definitely.
So you've declined based on what Mawlana Abdul Halim having said when you first met him, that he hasn't read every book from cover to cover, and he was still
Yes.
confident inside when he met you that he didn't need to. The references he gave.
Yes, how do you not read a book and then you get one issue and you highlight it without understanding the fundamentals of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah? This is why our brother Abu Abdullah Ihsan did not see the benefit in debating with you. And anyone who has proper understanding of the religion would also not see the benefit in debating with you either. Why? Because for you to understand a certain aspect of the names and attributes of Allah, you have to understand the usul of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. If you haven't read the entire book, meaning you're not familiar with those usul, meaning you're taking things out of context no matter what the situation is. So all you had to do was explain that you have actually understood the usul of Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and I challenge you that you don't. You don't have them understood, because if you had them understood, then you would have been a Salafi yourself. But you obviously don't understand, or you're a person of desires. So there's something really fishy. Something really fishy over here. Yes, you haven't read those books from cover to cover, none of them. You just go here, find a video of Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen, put it out there, and then make a clip about it and denounce him without knowing the context and without knowing the usul from which Ahl Sunnah Jama'ah derive those understandings. Then you are criminals and liars.
On point, and whatever he's taken and derived from them still stands. After you've agreed, after this, now you're saying, oh, I've just realized you haven't read the books. You basically don't make sense, because you agreed to something after having heard it directly from him. You're next to him and you're saying that, I rewatched the video.
I repeated it to him about 10 times. I haven't read the book, but you give me an example. Show me how I've taken it out of context. Show me. You put it into context. Make it Sharia compliant. Make it comply with Quran and Sunnah. One. They don't give
Mawlana, you know this guy.
He had a smelly student with him. He had a smelly student with him who was saying tayyib, tayyib.
He had a smelly student. Now they're talking about other brothers right now, calling him smelly. Smelly student. If we're gonna speak about smell, I feel like I could smell you from here. Yani from just the way you both behave, I could almost attest that I could smell you all the way from here through, all the way from the UK to Riyadh. Some of y'all think I'm in LA, Majaneen. I could smell. You're talking about smelly brothers, man. Please be quiet, man. Please.
When you say tayyib, 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 that's all you were doing.
All they were يعني نعم طيب.
Naam, tayyib, naam, tayyib.
Listen, you know,
They're making fun of the brother of saying طيب and يعني. This is something you can't help. When you learn the Arabic language, when you're a student of Al-Lugha Al-Arabiya, it is natural that you use the terms that the Arabs use. And we use those terms all the time. Just like in English, you use certain terms all the time. Can you blame someone who's learning English for using words that English-speaking people use and make fun of them for that? How pathetic!
Ihsan Arshad, you need to join, Shrek.
Hey! It's my turn, brothers and sisters and ladies and gentlemen. Look at the happiness on Uthman's face when he mentioned Shrek. He's calling me Shrek. Jazakallahu khairan. And insha'Allah ta'ala, I will stand before Allah on Yawm al-Qiyamah and we will sort this one out. We will sort this one out. Because I can make fun of how lunatic you guys are behaving, and I can make fun of this errors of yours, but I will never compare you to some sort of animal of some sort or whatever else fictional character that you compare me to. But mashi, I don't mind, by the way. Alhamdulillah, jazakumullahu khairan for the good deeds.
Who Haji called Shrek.
Oh, Haji calls Shrek. Yeah, Haji is your best friend right now, mashallah, tabarakallah. Of course.
Yeah. The Akkari guy. That totally loose one.
The Akkari one, the totally loose one. Habibi, thank you, Uthman. So nice of you, brother. Jazakallahu khairan.
Who left, astaghfirullah, Allah save us from this year. Who left Deen for a bit and then came back, and the guy
Left the deen for a bit and came back. See, this is a very low approach. I was never a Muslim in the right sense. I was never really a Muslim. My whole life I was a hypocrite. Yani when I was born into Islam, we never practiced Islam. And when we started practicing Islam, I never really adhered. I was only trying to make my mom happy. So I never understood even what La ilaha illallah meant and Muhammad Rasulullah alayhi sallam. And plus, when my mom first started practicing the religion of Islam, we were actually grave worshippers. We used to go and visit the graves of the different awliya and seek help from them and seek guidance from them and seek whatever from them, because we did not know any better. So even when I was trying to practice some Islam to make my mother happy, even that version of Islam was a Quburi version, which doesn't constitute valid Tawheed. And then I found Islam after I had been Buddhist for many years in America. So the fact that you are taking a swipe at me because of that shows shows your state and how bad the situation is for you, just so you could take a swipe at me and a dig, as they say. ماشي. I'm سامحك يا كابتن, ما عندك مشكلة.
is like some total wacko.
جزاك الله خير. I'm a total wacko. Okay, Habibi.
Who thinks it's funny, and yet let me just
Bolji.
give you a little.
Bolji, I don't know what this guy is saying on the left. I can never understand what he's saying. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm funny. I am funny, by the way. No. I am funny by the testimony of the commentators. So if we have a comical challenge between me and you, I am pretty sure that I have a much better sense of humor than you, ya Mawlana Uthman. So you're not happy that I'm making fun of you? Of course, you're not gonna find it funny because I'm making fun of you, ya Majnoon. If I were making fun of something else, maybe you would think I'm funny as well.
A little test. Look, you know, before you get into joking and all that,
Yeah.
go back and watch the other videos, the jokes that we did with the guy from Birmingham, right? I'm telling you now.
Meanwhile, the cameraman still has the microphone in his clothes.
Akkari, don't mess with this guy when it comes to jokes.
Yeah, akhi, don't mess with this guy when it comes to jokes. I am literally looking at one of the lamest people on planet Earth. Look at him right now. Just look at him at this very. Does that look like someone who has any jokes whatsoever? The most he said right now is said that the brother should take the pacifier out of his mouth because he was crying, and then he laughs with this evil laugh. That's it. That you call this funny, akhi? What's your concept of funny people?
Right? You sat there, yeah, you little bald chicken.
I'm a boiled chicken. Allahu Akbar. Akhi, mashallah. Wallahi, akhi, your manners, yani, it makes a non-Muslim wants to embrace Islam instantaneously. Instantaneously. I'm a boiled chicken. Keep it coming, habibi. ما في مشكلة. It's all being written down. وما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. Allah يغفر لنا ويغفر لك.
Right? Mr. Shrek, who's been shredded apart, and Mawlana,
Shrek has been shredded apart by who? Who has shredded me apart? Habibi, when I was given da'wah by Allah's grace and mercy, you were still looking for your bottle of milk. Ya ta'ban ant. When I was giving da'wah bifadlillah azza wa jal, way before all this revolution of da'wah came on YouTube, I'm from the old school. Who has ever shredded me? I challenge you to find anyone who has ever successfully done anything that actually had an impact. From me criticizing Yasir Qadi to what's that guy's name? The guy with the testicular fortitude. What was his name? Suhaib Webb. To Muhammad Sharif, rahimahullah. To whoever else, Nu'man Ali Khan. To whoever you want from the people that I've warned against and I've exposed for their deviance. Name one person who was able to find anything substantial to shred me. Nothing. But your level of knowledge is one where you found Brother Haji, may Allah continue to guide him to what is better. You found that he was doing something profound. And he did absolutely nothing profound. Because all of his claims have been already addressed and refuted from before he even made his videos. And they were not worthy of a reply or a response. Because this is too draining. Who shredded me, ya kaddab? Ta'al, you shred me. Come, you shred me yourself. Show me what you got.
Sheikh Qardawi, rahimahullah, major differences with him, no problem. Whatever the case, he's calling him evil in his tweet.
Yeah, yep. He was an evil sheikh. غفر الله له ورحمه الله. May Allah forgive him. May Allah mercy on him. He was an evil sheikh in the full respect of the word. Evil, and he spread evil among the Muslims, and he deceived them and made them think that riba was halal and that women can swim in bathing suits and they can take off their hijab in schools, and he mocked Allah Azza wa Jal and he mocked the sunnah of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he praised the Jews and he praised the Christians, and the list goes on of his calamities. Of course, hey!
Or his post Facebook page or whatever, and that brother's done a video on it. This is how dumb these people are.
Dumb. This is how dumb we are. Okay, maybe this is the Bradford accent. I'm not familiar with it. Mashi, we are dumb.
This is how, evil they are inside as well. They're not bothered.
So, ma'alish, you don't see the hypocrisy and the double standards. So I am not in a position to say that Al-Qaradawi was evil, because by the way, they call him an imam. And this mashayikh criticized calling him an imam because he wasn't an imam. So I'm not allowed to call him evil, but you're allowed to call me evil. Yani how? According to who? What are you, ya akhi, within in the same breath, you are criticizing and denouncing me calling him evil, and here you are calling us evil. What double standards are these? It's halal for you, haram for us?
About life or death.
No fear of God. Wallahi.
No fear of God. Wallahi, listen, ya akhwan, uqsum billah, you will never see individuals more deceitful and disgusting than this. He swears by Allah that we have no fear of Allah. يا الله ما أكبر هذه الكلمة. كبرت كلمة تخرج من أفواههم إن يقولون إلا كذبا. What a gigantic word. What a gigantic word that comes out of their mouth. They're saying nothing but lies. How dare you say that this brother, anybody, has zero fear of Allah? Wallahi, I don't dare to say about the two of you, no matter how crazy you guys are to me, I will not dare to say that you don't fear Allah at all. You have zero fear of Allah and swear by Allah also. But to show you how hypocritical and disgusting your behavior is.
They'll walk past the house who's just recently someone passed away, and they'll probably start saying the guy's in there, evil in front of his family members.
Stop lying. If actually I walked by someone's house and he had passed away, I would go give condolences to his parents and to his family. And then if necessary, if that person had spread deviance, yes, I will tell the people, rahimahullah, make dua for him. But this person, by the way, you cannot follow him. And these were the issues 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we are people of the truth. We are people who appreciate the truth and not individuals. But you wouldn't understand that.
That's how evil these guys are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's how evil we are. And this is how righteous you are, ya Mawlanas.
Akkari, inshallah, we're coming for you.
Ahlan Habibi, Hayakallah. Where would you like to sit? We have the living room. We have the majlis. I have a bathroom if you prefer to stay there. You're more comfortable in that environment. Whatever you're comfortable, Habibi. You're coming for me. I am anticipating and anxiously waiting for you to come. Because whatever you bring is going to be addressed and dealt with if you bring something substantial. If you're going to continue this retarded behavior and this childish nonsense of just clowning the whole time and making fun of me, then I could make a video making fun of you. I don't think either my people or you people appreciate it. So when you come for me, please make it academic, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you academically as well, inshallah. But you're definitely not worthy of a debate.
Inshallah, you'll get ready as well. You make as many videos as you can.
I'm making one. Abshir, Jazakallah khair. Thank you for giving me advice. I took your advice.
Carry on,
Carry on, carry on.
Akkari, you
Yeah.
make them. Don't worry, inshallah. We're going to deal with
And
you.
Ihsan Arshad.
لحظة.
Carry on.
Akkari, you
Yeah.
make them. Don't worry, inshallah. We're going to deal with
And
you.
Ihsan
You're gonna deal with
Arshad.
me. يا أخي عيب. Your elder is speaking, يا عثمان. Let Mawlana Abdul Halim finish the sentence. How rude are you? You don't even let the guy speak.
All I've got to say is, you know what? You're a disappointment, bro.
A proper disappointment.
Wallahi, you have let down the entire Salafi world. Mawlana,
يا أخي, these guys, يعني, I don't understand. How can you make an oath by Allah that they let down the entire Salafi world when none of the people in the Salafi world even know about what's going on? And nobody in the Salafi world will be even slightly upset or disappointed that he chose not to debate two idiots like you. You don't understand? Here I am. I'm making a declaration. I, as a Salafi, I endorse and I encourage and I praise a brother Ihsan for declining to debate two knuckleheads like yourselves, because you're not worthy of a debate. So how could you in the same breath swear by Allah, Ya ta'ban antu ya, by Allah, make an oath by Allah that the entire Salafi world feels disappointed or has an issue because he didn't do this video with you? Listen to these guys.
Arshad. All I've got to say is, you know what? You're a disappointment, bro.
A proper disappointment.
Wallahi, you have let down the entire Salafi world.
You have let down the entire Salafi world. Yeah, astaghfirullah.
Mawlana,
You put
You
your
know what we
tail
need to do?
between your legs and you run.
Mawlana, we need to write.
You put your tail between your legs and you run. يعني comparing a brother to an animal. MashaAllah, Abdul Halim, أخلاقك عسل يا أسطليتا.
Medina University and say, you know this, revoke
Yeah.
his certificate, revoke his ijazah. He's let you down.
He's like that. Medina, because really Medina, as soon as Medina University with its entire faculty and staff and the senior teachers over there, you don't understand. They're sitting there all day waiting for All Islam Productions to make a video. And then, as soon as you guys make your video with this foolishness that you're upon, they're gonna see and say, oh, La ilaha illallah. Ihsan has led us all down. Ya Jama'ah, urgent meeting in the room. We need to revoke the ijazah and the shahada and the degree and the diploma that we granted to Ihsan. Why? Because he declined to debate with Mawlana Abdul Halim and Mawlana Uthman. ايش الهبل هذا? Who you? No one cares about what y'all think.
Let you down.
He's
The only one who's happy with what you're hearing are the cockroaches that are probably squeaking in the background.
we need to write to Sheikh Fawzan. He's let you down, bro.
They need to write to Sheikh Fawzan, we let you down, bro. Like, the jokes, wallah, the jokes, keep them coming because the sense of humor is actually improving as we go along.
Because why has he let you down? Look, Mawlana, if he had not come to us, no problem. If he had come to us and then after that said, look, we'll think about it, I just came to meet you. He's come. He's agreed.
Yeah.
We've got it in written form. It's all
Blah,
there.
blah,
There isn't
blah,
a
blah.
big person. Before you come.
Look,
you're
imagine
a
for how long.
miserable
Look,
loser. You
Look at the manners. The whole imagine from minute 14 till 32, they're just gonna keep ranting about you're a loser, you're a failure, you're a miserable loser. These are the Deobandis that you want to learn Islam from, and these are the Deobandis that are going to set you on the path to Jannah. Like this is the way of the Prophet ﷺ for you to go to Jannah. Huh? Yani, I don't understand what to say. At least I admit about my shortcomings that I wish I didn't conduct myself in this way. May Allah guide me. At least I acknowledge my shortcomings and mistakes. Those brothers legitimately think that what they're doing is right and correct, and that this is the way of the Prophet ﷺ and the scholars.
basically you're a disappointment to Salafi world.
Yeah.
You're a disappointment. You are a stain now.
You're a stain.
Reputation
You're a stain in the reputation.
of that, illustrious Medina University. Many of our friends have even graduated from. Many of our shuyukh, our teachers have graduated from.
Make fun of it.
You are a stain because you can't keep promises. You made an agreement. You broke the agreement.
Blah, blah, blah.
Finish. I decline. Why have I declined? For something I knew before I even agreed. I've declined because of something I knew before.
This is Abdul Halim. It looks like he's gonna choke and die. لا عبد الحليم على مهل حبيبي على مهل على مهل حبيبي. Stop the halwa.
I've thought about it now. You need to get this checked. You need to see a psychiatrist.
Need to say.
Get your head checked.
So you need to see a psychiatrist. I mean, look at this stupidity, man. اقسم بالله اغبى من كده بني ادم بحياة عمري ما شفت. عباطة بعد كده اعبط من كده بالله عليك هذا. يا اخي لو واحد ادالك خلنا ساكت بس.
Mawlana, just one thing. Another thing. Look what he said. Who on earth do you even think you are? Look at this. He said, and the question of sincerity also plays a big role in this. Who on earth are you to judge my sincerity? Are you Allah? Do you know what's inside my heart? How is it?
Who on earth are you to judge my sincerity? Are you Allah? And who on earth are you to speak on behalf of all the Salafis? And to say that we don't fear God and swear by Allah. Who are you? Who are you? Yeah, double standards. You see, everything that you criticizing in others, you yourself are guilty of. Reflect and ponder on this point.
Sincere I am. I even said to you with a sincere heart. You explain to us, and if you can prove it clearly with clarity that we have taken something out of context, we'll take a video off. And I have even give you an example where we have taken videos off. He said, I mean, it's not some other one of these guys, you know what he is, look. You come in, one second. Where are you coming? How are you coming? Think about it. What method are you coming with? Is this how you deal with people? Think about it. Just think. Where are you coming? Who are you coming to? And how you're coming. Yeah.
Think about it. Look at the profound. Who you coming? When you coming? To who you coming? How you coming? How you coming?
You flooded it. So these guys around you now, who are watching this live, they're laughing. They can't help you. You're in your own four walls at home. And one day you'll be in your grave, we'll be in our graves. You're being laughed at, my friend. You're a miserable loser. Absolutely.
You're a miserable loser. In the same breath where he speaks about we'll be in our graves and about accountability, he calls him you're a miserable loser.
And also they made a secret recording and then he's telling you, oh, you give permission to record. I didn't know that you were recording. You're like a rat, scared rat. You need to, I mean, when we recorded, we recorded openly. He could see he was being recorded. He was told he was being recorded. You come secretly and you're recording. That's the first.
And the brother explained that you too were told that you were being recorded and you didn't mind. We will see the video. We'll comment on it next time, inshallah. Anyways, I'm gonna pass a lot of this nonsense here.
And one day you're gonna see 100 people outside your doorstep and you'll see me there. And then don't ask.
One day you will see 100 people in front of your doorstep and you'll see me there. He's threatening the brother now with manpower. Listen to this aggressive, terrorizing bully. He's actually threatening the brother with bringing 100 manpower, 100 people force to the brother's doorstep. And don't ask him. He's not even allowed to ask him why.
Why have you come unannounced? And there will be 100 Bradford lads. So see, I can do that.
There's going to be 100 Bradford lads.
And how will you feel? You understand what I'm saying here?
Second thing, when we went to Abu Mu'adh, yeah, that look, you asked this guy. Yeah, he said he take now.
Blah, blah, blah.
Now moving on. We went to Abu Mu'adh.
blah, blah, blah.
entertain and sisters. Brother, that has the passion to challenge, there's two conditions for you from now on. Okay? Because we're going to entertain every little worm from every little corner. Right?
Yeah, this is now they're going to make a challenge for all of us because they will not entertain every little worm from every little corner. We're all worms, mashallah, and you are the humans.
Number one, you must come with an official letterhead from a major jama'ah of the Salafiyah, whether it be Jam'iyyah.
You have to, if you want to debate with these guys, which no one wants to do because you're too ignorant, they have to come with an official letterhead from a Jama'ah Islamiyya Salafiyya. And listen to the continuation of the conditions.
Ahli Hadith UK, whether it be Salafi publications, you've got your own little sects, right? Whatever it may be, it needs to be put to us if we feel it's a reputable institute, organization. This is the first stage. And the guy who comes to us needs to have it officially in writing with a letterhead that he has come, right, as a representative of this institute.
He has to come as a representative of the institute.
Or of this organization, right? And if in the case of a YouTube channel, we need to see how big they are and how reputable they are, because every little worm will not be entertained. And on there it must say, his failure is our failure, his victory is our victory. Yeah.
It will say that his failure is our failure and his victory is our victory. Are you crazy? Are you guys really that, astaghfirullah, yani feeble-minded? You think any institute on earth is going to jeopardize and compromise the truth through an individual? Is there anyone who's infallible on earth? Is there anyone who's not capable of failing and losing? What institute, what Salafi institute is going to say, yeah, this Shaykh is our ultimate representative. If he wins, then it's a win for us. If he loses, it's a loss for the entire Salafiyah. Yani, what kind of conditions are you putting into? Where did you guys come from? Where did you guys even come from? From what? Who taught you anything about Islam? From where do you bring these ludicrous conditions? They want the institute to say that this guy's victory is our victory and his failure is our failure. Like the whole Da'wah Salafiyah will fail because one person failed in debating these two. Come on, man.
He represents us. First condition. Second condition, where this guy left off, where he failed, this miserable loser Ihsan Arshad. Okay? This guy who goes and harasses random people in Dewsbury and Batley, turns up at their cricket matches, turns up at their speeches in masjids, and thinks he can go around harassing people like this. Then just listen to one thing. Second condition is that you will have to go according to this. Every single video, not the videos we're going to make on fit and things, up till now, so it'll be written the day of today's video, up till now, every single video that we have made, right? From that, now we're being specific. Those videos that are on the sitting of Allah. Okay, so Ihsan, if you ever do now pick up the courage, now it's going to be even more specific for you. Okay, first it was a bit more open for you.
Okay,
right? Now it's
yeah.
even more specific for you.
Okay.
Those videos that are on the sitting of Allah, and in particular, Ibn al-Qayyim, his Ijtima' al-Juyush al-Islamiyya, he has lied upon the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whether knowingly or unknowingly.
Have you ever seen somebody, even the Sufis love Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah. These guys have the audacity to say that Ibn al-Qayyim has lied against Allah. I'm going to address this issue momentarily. Let me see if there's anything more to say.
That's not for us to judge, but it's a lie. And that lie has further been forwarded by this Wahhabi movement. Your Shaykh Uthaymeen, Majmu', Fatawa wa Rasail, Salih al-Fawzan has mentioned it, apparently his ta'liq on Ibn al-Qayyim's Muniyah, and other places inshallah that we are hopefully going to present. The issue is not this, who said what. The issue is, you have to do this. Discuss the sitting of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with us. Whether you believe in it as a person, or you don't believe in it. You cannot change the fact that your seniors who you accept as scholars of the Sunnah have forwarded this belief.
Okay.
Major statements not only forwarded this belief. If you don't believe in it, they've written, you're not a Sunni. You're a Jahmite. What does that make you if you don't believe in it? So my brothers, if you want to discuss, it's going to be the sitting of Allah, nothing else. Just Allah sitting. The word julus, qu'ud, iqa'adullah, an-nabiyya sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, ma'ahu ala al-arsh.
Alright, let's do this, Judas. You ready? يلا بسم الله ها. تعال يا مهندس تعال أوريك اللي تبيه تعال. حلو. Listen to these. Now let me show you the ignorance, because you guys don't know how ignorant these Deobandis are and how deceptive they are until you check this out. Let us see where does this idea come from. أولا الثابت في حق الله تعالى هو استواءه على العرش. What we have firmly approved and agreed upon is Allah's transcendence over the throne. على ما يليق بجلاله وكماله سبحانه, according to what is befitting His majesty and His perfection, glory be to Him. وقد ورد ذلك في 7 مواضع من كتاب الله. This has appeared in 7 different occasions in the book of Allah. منها قوله تعالى إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش. Verily your Lord is Allah who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, then He rose over the throne. والمشهور في تفسير الاستواء أنه العلو والارتفاع. What is famous in interpreting the term استواء is العلو والارتفاع. It is to rise above. Is to rise above and to transcend. قال البخاري في صحيحه باب وكان عرشه على الماء وهو رب العرش العظيم. قال أبو العالية استوى إلى السماء ارتفع. وقال مجاهد استوى على العرش. according to Bukhari and the other scholars and Abu Aliya, the term istiwa ila sama meaning irtafa, meaning he rose towards and rose above the heavens. Ala ala arsh, meaning he rose over the throne. وقال البغوي رحمه الله ثم استوى إلى السماء قال ابن عباس وأكثر مفسري السلف أي ارتفع إلى السماء. Most of the mufassirin of the Salaf, including al-Baghawi, said from Ibn Abbas, of course, that he rose towards upwards. He rose upwards سبحانه وتعالى in the state of transcendence. ونقله الحافظ في الفتح فتح الباري في شرح صحيح البخاري وقال أبو عبيدة والفراء وغيرهما بنحوه. And others also said the same thing. وأما الجلوس, as for Allah sitting, فقد ورد في أحاديث لم تصح. It has appeared in narrations that are not authentic. لكن أثبته بعض السلف تفسير الاستواء. However, some of the Salaf affirmed it as an interpretation for istiwa, meaning when they wanted to understand what the word istiwa means linguistically, one of the means of istiwa is to sit. So that is not an additional attribute of Allah, rather this is the way they understood the attribute of istiwa. كما جاء عن الإمام خارجة بن مصعب الضبعي أخرجه عبد الله بن أحمد في السنة. This is where this reference is made. And it is understood to have been marfu' and therefore to the Prophet ﷺ, but we don't have that particular connection to make that statement. So وأثبت الحافظ الدارقطني القعود في أبيات مشهورة له. And الحافظ الدارقطني, he also confirmed the concept of sitting in poetry, verses of poetry that are famous and attributed to him. وعلى فرض ثبوت هذا اللفظ, if we were to hypothetically affirm this term, فإنه يجب اعتقاد نفي التشبيه, we have to understand it in the process, in the same manner, by negating likening Allah to His creation. And I will say to you, ya Dio Bandis, ya ignoramuses, ya ignorant human beings, Allah يصلحكم ويهديكم, listen and understand. Allah Azza wa Jal speaks about descending. Allah Azza wa Jal speaks about al-maji'. وَجَاءَ رَبُّكَ وَالْمَلَكُ صَفًّا صَفًّا. So the term maji' is referred to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in multiple occasions in the Quran. And the term nuzul is referred and attributed to Allah by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the hadith of descending to the lowest heaven, where Allah Azza wa Jal asks His creation, who is asking me so I can give him, who is seeking forgiveness I may forgive him. You know the hadith, which is also authentic and it's in the Sahih. And we know that Allah Azza wa Jal, as we Ahl Sunnah Jama'ah believe, Allah has attributes that we affirm to Him, but we do not liken them to His creation, even though those attributes, some of them may be common and similar like the ones we have, such as al-ilm al-ilm wal-basar wal-sam', whether it is dhatiyya, whether these sifat are dhatiyya or khabariyya, it doesn't matter. Because that is a big discussion among the different types of attributes, which I have explained in detail in my Aqeedah al-Wasitiyya that I do on weekly basis. I advise anyone who really wants to know what the Salaf used to believe to refer to this particular playlist on my channel. In short, brothers and sisters, the same way we affirm to Allah those attributes which apply to the creation on a level that is limited to the creation and never like that of the creator, this would be looked at in the same way. That's what Shaykh al-Islam rahimahullah said. فإذا عرف أن ما وصفت به الملائكة وأرواح الآدميين من جنس الحركة والصعود والنزول غير ذلك. When we speak about the angels or the souls of humans from movement or ascending or descending, لا يمثل حركة السماء الآدميين. Even the angels, the concept of the angels moving and ascending and descending is not likened, is not similar to that of the children of Adam. وغيرها مما نشهده بالأبصار في الدنيا. And even other aspects, other matters of the dunya where there's movement ascending and descending and they're not likened to those of the human beings. وأنه يمكن فيها ما لا يمكن فيها السماء الآدميين. And things happen there that cannot even apply to human beings. كان ما يوصف به الرب من ذلك أولى بالإمكان. So what Allah is described with in this regard is more worthy of that. وأبعد عن مماثلة نزول السماء, and is even further than likening Allah to the way humans or the creation descends. So just like we say about everything, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٌ, there's nothing like unto him. So we affirm whatever Allah affirmed to himself, and whatever the Prophet ﷺ affirmed to him. We don't, however, say it is like humans or like animals or like this or like that. We don't. So you look at the matter of qu'ud, which is not established in an authentic hadith, but it is attributed to many of the Salaf. We look at it in the same way. If it were to be understood as what istiwa means, as part of the linguistic meaning of the word istiwa, then we look at it in the same way we look at every attribute of Allah, that it falls under the general umbrella of لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٌ وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. Until the end of the discussion that the Shaykh rahimahullah says in this particular issue. Hello, so it is never to be likened to the creation of Allah. والأقرب التوقف في هذا اللفظ, but the closest thing is to withhold from using this term لعدم وروده في الكتاب والسنة صحيحة, because it doesn't appear in the kitab, in the book of Allah, and in the authentic sunnah, ولا في أقوال الصحابة رضي عنهم, nor in the statements of the Sahaba. فقال الشيخ بن عثيمين رحمه الله, who they attribute all these lies to, فأما تفسير استواء الله تعالى على عرشه باستقرار عليه, as for explaining the Allah rising over the throne, over his throne, as in Allah Azza wa Jal resting on it or sitting on it, فهو مشهور عن السلف, it is famous among the Salaf. نقله ابن القيم في النونية, ابن القيم mentioned in النونية. وأما النونية as his poetry. وأما الجلوس والقعود فقد ذكره بعضهم, as for sitting, this is just the استقرار, which is not translated as sitting. As for sitting, فقد ذكره بعضهم, some of them have mentioned it. لكن في نفسي منه شيء, but there's something within me that is not comfortable with it. والله أعلم, and Allah knows best. And this is مجموع الفتاوى, that it is attributed to the Salaf. It is attributed to the Salaf, and it is mentioned from among many. And that I will bring to you from another source, which is right here. And all this should be appearing before you. Yep. Hello. Let me make this screen bigger so you guys can see. طيب. Listen to this now, because I got you this from the source. Here. قال الإمام عبد الله بن الإمام أحمد رحمه الله, حدثني أحمد بن سعيد أبو جعفر الدارمي قال سمعت أبي يقول سمعت خارج يقول الجهمية كفار بلغوا نساءهم أنهن طوالق وأنهن لا يحللن لأزواجهن ولا تعودوا مرضاهم ولا تشهدوا جنائزهم, ثم تلا طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى الرحمن على العرش استوى وهل يكون الاستواء إلا بالجلوس. So this statement in the tafsir of the ayah and in negating the Jahmiyyah, his understanding was, and this is not from the Sahabi, that can istiwa be anything but sitting? Now we will see that this kalam is from the kalam of Kharija bin Zayd bin Thabit al-Ansari النجاري الإمام التابعي الكبير, روى له الشيخان وبقية الجماعة, قال عبد الله بن الإمام أحمد في كتاب السنة له. So this is now attributed to that. Again, we have the same statement being repeated to explain that this is something that was actually accepted by many of the Salaf. Who confirmed that? I'm going to show you right here. Hello? I have it. Is it this one? A. Now, listen to this now. Let me also make the screen bigger for you so you can see. You can see the website. You can see everything. Hello. So the الأثر الوارد في ذلك عن مجاهد is referred to مجاهد. والأصل أثر عظيم حيث مدلوله, والأصل أنه لا يثبت مثله إلا بخبر المعصوم عليه الصلاة والسلام. First of all, you cannot affirm it except if you have information straight from the Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم. ولا أعلم أنه ثبت ذلك مرفوعا. I don't have any evidence that this was done in the sense of مرفوع, meaning being referred back to the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. ولذا يستشكل طالب التحقيق هذا الأمر العظيم بمجرد قول مجاهد هذا. You cannot just basically rely on the statement of Mujahid. Nor can we say that he actually attributed that to Ibn Abbas as well. ولكن الأئمة, I'm gonna cut, فهو من نوع المقطوع في اصطلاح المحدثين. It is مقطوع according to the terminology used by the أهل الحديث. ولكن الأئمة من أهل السنة يذكرونه ويقرونه. But the imams from أهل السنة, they mention it and they acknowledge it. وهو مما تلقوه بالقبول, and they have accepted it well. وقالوا لا ينكره إلا جهمي, and they said none will deny except the Jahmites. ولا ريب أن من ينكره لتضمنه استواء الله على العرش فهو جميع حقا. Whoever denies it because he truly believes he denies the istiwa of Allah like you guys do is a Jahmites for real. أما من ينكره أو يتوقف فيه لعدم الدليل الناهض لإثبات مثل هذا المعنى لا لوم عليه. As for the one who does not approve it, like our brother Irshad, like me and like many others, because there isn't any evidence that is explicit and authentic, then there's absolutely no blame on him. So we have some of the Salaf who acknowledged it, but not everybody did. And here you're gonna get it from Al-Ajuri, you have from Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah and Ibn al-Qayyim and Ibn Kathir, as the brother Irshad also shown you and proved to you from the tafsir of Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir also used a weak hadith that mentions that Allah Azza wa Jal will sit on the kursi. All of these, there's a Salaf that have affirmed that. And we still say, because it was not done and it was not per authentic hadith, we withhold. But now you're claiming that all of these people were Jahmites, and you're doing mass takfir and mass deviance on the senior of this ummah and the Salaf, going all the way back to Mujahid rahimahullah. So look, here Shaykh al-Islam rahimahullah mentions, إذا تبين هذا فقد حدث العلماء المرضيون وأولياء المقبولون أن محمدا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يجلسه ربه على عرش معه. Even that idea that Allah Azza wa Jalla will place the Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم on the throne with him, this has been established. روى ذلك محمد بن فضيل عن ليث عن مجاهد. There's a chain going all the way to Mujahid, and all of you should know who Mujahid is. قال ابن جرير وهذا ليس مناقضا لما استفاضت به الأحاديث من أن المقام المحمود هو الشفاعة. This does not negate what is known by multiplicity of narrations, that the maqam al-mahmud, which Allah Azza wa Jal will send the Prophet ﷺ with on Yawm al-Qiyamah, is his major intercession. Al-Muhim, and Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah mentioned, and so we have Ibn Jarir al-Tabari, and we have Mujahid, and it's the call of Abi Hasad al-Darqutni, and so on and so forth. And it was also said that this was a statement of Abi Dawood. So you have many of the Salaf making that statement. What else do you want? If you say, Ya akhi, but this is likening Allah to His creation, we say, Ya Ustad, the same way you understand Allah's face, if you only understood, and Allah's eyes, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah's foot, subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah's seeing, and Allah's vision, and everything that we have about Allah, the same way we understand those as being exclusive to Allah, being specific to Allah, having the sense of completeness when attributed to Allah, and they never ever are likened or resembling Allah's creation, then you will be able to understand everything else that Allah Azza wa Jal said about Himself, including coming on the Day of Judgment, including descending to the lowest heaven, including Allah Azza wa Jal laughing, as is also established in the authentic hadith. And the evidences are so many that I have discussed in my Aqeedah class. If you only knew, if you only read a Salafi book from cover to cover, but because you don't, and because you rely on your ignorance and what you've been taught in your Deobandi school, where you think that you know what you're talking about, but you don't know what you're talking about, you continue to rant and mock and laugh and criticize and speak without knowledge. You don't know the Arabic language. You don't even understand the basics of the Arabic language. You're absolutely clueless, brothers. And please have mercy on your souls and stop putting yourself forward and misguiding the masses. You're not qualified to be debated. You're not qualified. Even your Deobandi scholars don't allow you to be doing what you're doing. That's what I heard. I heard your own scholars are telling you to zip it already and be quiet, and they don't endorse what you're doing and all of this havoc that you're wreaking among the ranks of the Muslims. So my sincere advice to you is, go learn Islam from scratch, because you don't know Islam. And hold off your tongues from continuing to mock and criticize your fellow Muslims, lest you regret it in the dunya and the akhirah. May Allah Azza wa Jal forgive me and forgive you and forgive all the Muslims, the living and the dead, and teach us what is beneficial, and show us the truth is truth and help us follow it, and show us the falsehood is falsehood and help us avoid it. Jazakumullahu khairan. There will be a part 2 discussing that video and that street debate. They had the mini debate that they had with a special commentary on it as well, inshallah. Until then, I leave you in Allah's protection. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.